Good morning, Cullman. Thank you for joining us on Cullman Today. I'm your host, Dustin Isom, and today is Monday, August 24th. Coming up on Cullman Today, new city records confirm former city attorney Roy Williams initiated an investigation involving allegations of time theft at the Cullman Police Department. Plus, Cullman City Schools renews its partnership with the North Alabama Agriplex through 2028. And a proposed duplex on Dripping Springs Road gets approval for a smaller than required lot. All this plus your Friday night football recap, 4-4, weather, and more. So now let's take a closer look at the top stories happening in Cullman today. A City of Cullman response to a public records request has confirmed that former city attorney Roy Williams initiated an investigation involving allegations of time theft at the Cullman Police Department. The August 7th response also reveals previously undisclosed communications involving human resources and the Alabama Ethics Commission, but it does not disclose the investigative records themselves. The city said Williams' investigation occurred before the Cullman Tribune submitted its original records request August 26, 2025. A human resources document states there was, quote, no active investigation into any Cullman police officers stealing time when that request was submitted, while acknowledging previous investigations had been conducted at Williams' instruction. However, the city's withholding log identifies a September 3rd communication from Human Resources to Williams containing information he requested, quote, related to his investigation. That leaves an unresolved question about whether the investigation had ended by August 26th, remained open, or was later resumed. The log also identifies an October 29th communication from Mayor Woody Jacobs to the Alabama Ethics Commission. The city has not disclosed the nature of that communication, and its existence does not establish that anyone violated Alabama ethics law. The response also includes a letter from Cullman Police Chief Joey Duncan, who has served as chief since October 1st, 2024. Duncan wrote that since his appointment, there have been no allegations of time theft, payroll fraud, falsification of time records, or related administrative or criminal investigations. The records released so far do not establish whether all allegations and investigative activity occurred before Duncan became chief or whether Williams' inquiry was classified differently. The Tribune is submitting a supplemental request seeking earlier records connected to the investigation, including timesheets, payroll information, and other factual or financial records. It is also asking the city to distinguish attorney-client communications from independently existing government records. The Tribune will report the city's response when it's received. From City Hall, we turn to Cullman City Schools, where the school board has renewed a long-time educational partnership. The Cullman City School Board of Education approved a 2-year agreement with the North Alabama Agriplex through 2028. Superintendent Kyle Koloff said the district will pay $20,000 annually for help with outdoor classrooms, summer outreach programs, and outdoor classroom lessons. The board also approved an agreement with Athens State University, allowing teacher candidates to complete field experience and internships in Cullman City Schools. 2 budget hearings are scheduled for September 3rd and September 8th at 5 p.m. at the district's central office. And in other city business, a proposed duplex on Dripping Springs Road is moving forward after receiving a zoning variance. The City of Cullman Zoning Board of Adjustments and Appeals approved the request for 1432 Dripping Springs Road Northwest. The required lot size is 10,000 square feet, while the proposed lot contains 9,561 square feet. Hillary Sharpton with Leonard Design said the request would allow the lot line to shift 5 feet and the building to be repositioned because of a nearby drainage pipe that could create future foundation concerns. And that's all for our top stories this morning. Coming up, Week 1 brought a pair of 48 and zip shutouts and a dramatic fourth quarter comeback in the Brandin Iron Bowl. Your Friday Night Football recap is next. Welcome back. Week 1 brought a pair of shutouts, a rivalry comeback, and several close battles for Cullman County teams Friday night. Third-ranked Addison dominated Winston County behind quarterback Elijah Roberts, who threw for 140 yards and 3 touchdowns and rushed for 167 yards and 2 more scores. Major Snoddy led the defense with 10 tackles and a sack, while Joey Wilson added 8 tackles and a blocked punt. Vinemont shut out Falkville behind 3 rushing touchdowns from Preston Hanners. Josh Rhodes intercepted a pass on Falkville's opening possession and later scored on a 3-yard run. Brennan Marlowe capped the win with a 49-yard touchdown run on the final play. The wildest finish came in the 10th annual Brandin Iron Bowl. West Point led Fairview 19-7 in the fourth quarter, but the Aggies scored 20 unanswered points to win 27-19 in Brian Simmons' debut as head coach. With less than 30 seconds left, quarterback Connor Scott connected with Colt Dean for the go-ahead touchdown. Fairview then returned an interception for another score to seal the comeback. Good Hope fell to Plainview 31-24. Parker Johnson accounted for 3 touchdowns, including an 80-yard kickoff return, while Carson Hollis rushed for 119 yards. Cullman led Boaz 14-0 in the first quarter before falling 21-14. Colt Colvard threw touchdown passes to Sam Ellerby and Morgan Hawley, but the Bearcats were intercepted on 2 late drives deep in Boaz territory. Elsewhere, Holly Pond shut out J.B. Pennington 20-0. Hansville fell to Carbon Hill 59-28, and Meek lost at Curry 41-15. Addison, Vinemont, Fairview, and Holly Pond all picked up wins Friday night. Coming up, Alabama rolls out a new hunting and fishing license system, a Cullman grooming business expands, a local farm stand offers fresh produce and handmade goods, and seniors start getting ready for Oktoberfest. Your 4 and 4 is next. Welcome back. Now it's time for a news rundown. 4 stories in under 4 minutes. Alabama hunters and anglers can begin purchasing licenses for the 2026-27 seasons today through a new online system. The Alabama Department of Conservation and Natural Resources has launched My Outdoor Alabama, replacing a licensing platform used for about 20 years. Customers can access the system at myoutdooralabama.com, outdooralabama.com, or through the Outdoor Alabama app. Existing license history, game check records, and conservation ID numbers have transferred, but payment information did not. ADCNR is encouraging customers to claim their profiles, verify their information, and enter new payment details. The system also allows people seeking certain disability, military service, or other special licenses to upload eligibility documents online for state review instead of visiting a county probate office. Commercial saltwater licenses will still require an in-person visit to Marine Resources Division offices in Orange Beach or Dauphin Island. Back here in Cullman, Suds and Scissors has opened a larger grooming and boarding facility. Owner and groomer Kennedy Kunahufsky started the business 4.5 years ago as a one-woman operation. The team now includes groomers Bree Cohn and Gabby Gilliland. The new facility focuses on one-on-one, low-stress grooming with walk-in floor tubs and adjustable tables for large, elderly, and mobility-impaired dogs. The expansion also includes private boarding, with each dog receiving its own 5x7-foot kennel and outdoor run. Dogs from different households are kept separate. Suds and Scissors is located at 1971 County Road 702 in Cullman. Also on the local business scene, Sister-in-Law Produce is offering fresh produce and handmade goods on County Road 222. The farm stand, operated by Lisa Anderson and her sister-in-law, Cindy Brown, offers tomatoes, peppers, squash, onions, potatoes, okra, bell pepper, and cucumbers, along with handmade soap, jewelry, and natural loofahs. It's located at 2833 County Road 222 between Van's Sporting Goods and Ryan's Creek Produce. And looking ahead to Oktoberfest, Cullman County seniors have some new competitions to prepare for this year. The Cullman County Commission on Aging will host Senior Day at Oktoberfest, Friday, October 2nd, beginning at 10 a.m. at Depot Park. Contests include Best Dressed Oktoberfest attire, separate men's and women's stein hoisting competitions, a chicken dance contest, and a yodeling contest. Organizers will also crown the first Ms. Senior Oktoberfest. The Good Bellows Band will provide live entertainment. A free lunch sponsored by Walmart will be made available, and transportation will be offered to the first 600 seniors. And that's your 4 stories in under 4 minutes. After the break, we'll check today's forecast and see what the weather has in store this week. We're starting the work week with warm conditions and no rain. Let's check out your forecast. Today will be partly sunny with a high near 88. Tonight starts mostly cloudy before gradually clearing with a low of around 66. Tomorrow will be mostly sunny with a high near 89. Tomorrow night will be partly cloudy with a 20% chance of showers late with a thunderstorm possible toward daybreak. The low will be around 69. And that wraps up today's edition of Cullman Today. Thank you for sharing your morning with us, and remember to follow us on social media and visit CullmanTribune.com for the latest from our community. We'll be back bright and early tomorrow morning at 6:30 a.m. Until then, I'm Dustin Isom with Cullman Today. Have a great Monday, Cullman.